Supercaliber is a radically new short travel XC race bike. It sprints and climbs faster than a traditional full suspension bike, and it's more forgiving than a hardtail. Supercaliber's secret weapon is iso strut. It's an integrated shock that gives riders better traction and control than a hardtail without the complexity or weight of a traditional full suspension bike. What most racers need falls somewhere in the middle. A light, fast bike with just enough rear suspension to carry more speed through rougher parts of the course. IsoStrut offers real, damp suspension that's fully tunable like any other performance shock. But Supercaliber is lighter and more efficient than other full suspension bikes. That's because our development team worked closely with Fox suspension engineers to integrate IsoStrut into the frame as a structural member. That eliminates all of the hardware and extra parts normally associated with full suspension bikes. Not only is there less weight, there's also less lateral flex and no twisting. So Supercaliber still has that direct power transfer and racy feel of a hardtail. Strip away the layers of IsoStrut and you see a small shock. The shock is encased in a structural stanchion, or strut, that prevents deflection and shock damage. The rear of the bike is connected to the shock with a vertical bolt. The frame carriage slides on bushings that keep everything aligned. The vertical shock mounting bolt lines up with a slot in the strut to prevent rotation and frame flex. To save weight and eliminate flex at the rear axle, we ditched the rear pivot you would find on a normal full suspension bike. Instead, the seat stays are designed to bow. They're wider than they are tall, so they flex vertically but not laterally, keeping the rear of the bike stiff and with that responsive hardtail feel. With 60 millimeters of travel, Supercaliber isn't plush, but it has just the right amount of suspension to give racers the traction and control to go faster. Is there any downside to IsoStrut? Not if you want pure XC speed. Don't worry, it's fully tunable and serviceable, just like any other shock. It uses a standard shock pump to adjust for rider weight and has a dial for adjusting rebound speed. It also has a lockout to turn your Supercaliber back into a hardtail for those crucial start and finish sprints on smoother ground. Every Supercaliber comes with IsoStrut volume spacers that allow very aggressive or larger riders to increase the amount of bottom out resistance without sacrificing small bump compliance. Servicing IsoStrut is similar to servicing a suspension fork. Seals, bushings, and oil can easily be replaced in the field by a qualified technician. IsoStrut makes Supercaliber the perfect one-bike solution for every cross-country race. With just enough travel for maximum speed and a super light package, Supercaliber is ready for the podium.